Hi guys, and welcome back to Shit Gaming. A 2,000 point power report in store for you guys today of Tempest, and it's the Tyranids against the world. Alright, 2,000 points of Behemoth Tyranids. I am being led by the Hive Tyrant, and he has the Balethorn Cannon for his relic for the damage 3, disgusting cannon, and he also has adaptive biology to give him a 5 up filter pain. We've also got Broodlord and Behemoth. He has monstrous hunger for his relic, giving him damage 3, and the Warlord trait that allows him to fight first and reroll his hit roll. What a beast. So Big Mama Susan, who will be painted soon, and she's rocking with 2 massive crushing claws plus toxin sacs and adrenal glands, and she is ready to run out and spawn some gaunts. Then for troops, I have 30 gaunts protecting her, just with flesh borers, 30 termagants, and then 2 squads of 3 warriors with 2 death spitters and a venom cannon in each. And they also have toxin sacs because adrenal glands is obsolete because I have Behemoth, which gives me reroll charges as well as +1 strength when I charge. The Broodlord has 5 Gene Stealers to protect him, just bare bones. I have 2 Screamer Killers. The one with the tusks is going to have Synaptic Enhancement, and they both have Spore Cysts, Toxin Sacs, and Adrenal Glands, which gets them up to Strength 8 in melee, which is going to be absolutely disgusting for 3 Ripper Swarms as well, and also a Tyrannifex with a Rupture Cannon and Dermic Symbiosis, as well as 3 Brain Bugs who know Neuroparasite and Smite. In terms of psychic powers, he knows Onslaught, he knows Catalyst and Onslaught, and this Turvagon knows Paroxysm. And I also have a Parasite of Mortex who I always forget about as well. And his Warlord trait's Alien Cunning gives him OBSEC 5 models, and when he injects parasites, he takes away OBSEC. So that's 2,000 points of Hive Fleet Behemoth. This is 2,000 points of Word Bearers, painted as Black Legion. My friend, take it away.
Cool. So in my HQ slots, I have the Master of Possession. He has the Libra Hereticus for the extra cast. And then I have Abaddon the Spoiler. I haven't paid for his Warlord traits today. I have the Demon Prince. He has the he's Slanesh marked, and he has the he has the face cap and also the reroll wounds.
So he's like a mini Abaddon, as well as Abaddon himself, as well as a sorcerer who's just overpowered.
And then I have my Dark Apostle. I spent 2 CP on him, 1 for him to cast an extra litany, and another CP to let him reroll his litanies. To the troops, I have 1 squad of just bare bones Chaos Space Marines, and then I have 3 individual 10-mans of cultists.
Looking like Poxwalkers, but they're cultists.
Moving on to elites, I have a squad of 10 Terminators with the Black Rune of Damnation.
Which is what, sorry?
Which is -1 to wound at all times.
That's really good. So it's a relic you can give to a squad, and then your Word Bearers and Word Bearers give you
5 up Feel No Pain to Mortals and reroll charges. Reroll
That's what
hits
Behemoth gives.
on the charge
Very
and
nice.
when you're charged.
Lovely. And then so you have Terminators with the Black Rune of Damnation.
And then I have a 10-man of Possessed. In Fast Attack, I'm going to be playing these Warp Talons as Raptors for today.
So that's 2 squads of 5-man Raptors. Very nice. And that's the 2,000 points of Word Bearers. Looking like Abaddon Demon Prince are going to be doing the Scary Smash. We've got Obliterators as well.
Oh, yes, yeah. 2 individual Obliterators. I'm testing them out just to see if having something drop in the black line is the black line. Dropping in the back line is the
red line. Yeah, I mean, Obliterators arguably are a little overcosted. They were the absolute juggernauts of the last edition for the Chaos, when they had like the reroll damage and the reroll AP and stuff. They're a little overcosted, but they're really cool models. So we'll see what they do, and they're going to be deep striking in squads of 1.
Yes.
And that's 2,000 points of the Word Bearer versus Hive Fleet Behemoth. And we're playing Tempest to War to switch up, guys, for the channel. First game of Tempest, so we'll see how it goes. So this is the armies, the setup, and we're going to go to setup and deployment. Drawing cards, we're playing Direct Assault, is 4 objective markers for holding 1, 2, or more, and you get 2 victory points if you control an objective marker you didn't control at the start of the turn, or 2 points if you destroy an enemy unit off an objective marker, and 3 points if you get both. And also, we are playing this type of deployment, which is Sweeping Engagement, with 5 objective markers. Continuingly, we drawed our mission rule, and we got Maelstrom of Battle, which means you have to draw 2 new mission rule cards and apply both. The first one was good for reserves, allowing it to be halved for the CP spent to bring in things from the outflank, rounding up. But the second one, Delayed Reserves, means that you have to roll now to bring in your units. On turn 2, it's a 3-up. On turn 3, it's a 2-up. And if you fail on turn 3, that unit is destroyed. And this is Tempest. Welcome to Shit Gaming. We go now to the battlefield. Alright, this is the board set up by Massoir. And we have buildings, we have crates, we have hills, we have cover, we have hills that have no restrictions on movement. It will just be the distance there is. We have obscuring. This will be 2 inches up. Small levels. This will be 1 inch. Double levels will be 2 inches. This is Shed Gaming. Welcome to the video, and we'll see which side we deploy on. Rolling for sides. Tyranids will pick this side, which means Tyranids deploying on this side, and I will deploy my army over here, and we will see what happens after. His deployment is crazy, but also the Tervagon has the resonance bar, which I didn't mention because Tempest gives you an access to more CP. So the Tyranids are starting on 6, and the Chaos are also starting on 6 or 5. Some new deployment objective markers, so you can easily see when a unit is on the objective, which is an amazing bought by my friend. And this is epic, and we will see what happens after deployment. This world is called Agmar, and it's in a ruined imperial city, and the Imperium have long since been abandoned, and it has been left dormant and stagnant, and in the path of an oncoming chaos invasion, led by none other than Abaddon himself. But the Tyranids have come, and they are seeking to eat it and cleanse the world of all its biological matter to harness for the power of the hive mind. So that's the narrative fluff, and we'll go into the game. Also, we didn't mention the Master Possession has the Warlord trait, Demonic Whispers. Let's go. Boom, deployment. I have some warriors in this flank with the Khan effects without synapse and the Parasite, 3 Rippers. Strong enough flank. I have Brain Bugs behind with some warriors. And then over here, I have Mr. Tyrannifex, the Rupture Cannon, along with the Tervagon and the Gaunts. I have the Tervagon, yeah, with her Gaunts, ready to just push up with the Obsec. I have the Tyrannifex with the Tyrant Guard on this side, just hiding behind the cover on that side. And then I have a Screamer Killer with the Synapse, pushing on this side. And then some Gene Stealers and the Broodlord, hiding behind the tree.
So I've put the Terminators and a squad of cultists in the building. Everything else is just hiding behind because there's some pretty...
He's a coward! He's a coward! Alright, that's the Word Bearers, not the Death Guard. Against the Tyranids, this is Tempest. I am starting on 6 CP because double CP, but you only get 1 back at the start of each a turn, not the phase. And then the Word Bearers have 5, and we now go to the roll-off. Grab your weapons of choice as we fight on the ruined Imperial city of Agmar, as the Imperiums are long since gone, and we'll see who is going to be strong. Whoa!
Shut my dice.
Alright, Nids roll a 5, the Word Bearers get a 3. So it's Tyranids. Turn 1. Alright, drawing cards. I've got Investigate Site, do an action within 6 inches of the center, Battlefield Supremacy, which looks doable, and grind them down. And I spend a CP to discard capture enemy outposts, full grind them down. So that's the cards. They look like I can get 10, maybe 15 if I kill some things. We'll see how command phase abilities. The Hive Tyrant is going to give us reroll 1s to hit to the Termagants, and then I'm going to give the +1 to hit from the Tervagon to the Termagants, so just make them OP. And the Broodlord's going to give us extra AP to the Gene Stealers. And this is the command phase, and I'm pretty much just going to push up, try to score my secondaries, get some good ball control, and take some pot shots at some Poxwalkers. And we'll see you after the end of the moon phase. Final thing, my Synaptic Imperative this turn will be activated by the Tervagon, giving my entire army within 6 inches of a Synapse unit, plus 2 inches to their movement. And that is pretty good for a turn 1 phase of movement. End of quite an eventful turn 1 Tyranid movement phase. These Termagants pushed up with a +2 inch move, got within range of the center. Tyrant Guard pushed up as well, did the action. Tervagon came behind her babies, as the Screamer Killer pushed up on this flank, whilst the Ripper Swarms are on this objective, and the Warriors also pushed up, whilst these Warriors are just... Well, these Warriors also now pushed up as well, while the Brainbug stayed behind. Tyrannifex is going to get up and just try and maybe pop a Terminator or 2. Also got these Gene Stealers on a savage path for war, as they try and kill the Cultist, take away the Obsec, get rid of, some key units, and, get some more grind points. And the Screamer Killer, with the Synapse, is pushing up on this side, with the Broodlord closely behind, who is protecting him because he's a monster with 9 wounds, which actually does protect. That is the end of quite a dramatic turn 1 Tyranid movement phase as we swarm through the middle, get ready to hold the ground and push forward and wipe out this chaos threat. And we go to the psychic phase. Alright, Tervagon is now going to cast Catalyst, and we'll see if she gets it off. Goes off on a 6, but +1 is a 7, which is an 8, which passes. And now she is giving Catalyst to the Termagants. So this squad of 30 Gaunts now has a 5 of Feel No Pain. Broodlord is going to try and cast Onslaught onto the Gene Stealers who have already advanced, so this needs to go off. Oh, he's making it. So these Gene Stealers now have Advance and Charge, which is going to be great because they've already advanced. The power's good, but you need to make it, otherwise, because you already advanced the Moon phase and the Psychic phase, you're like betting on making that power, so you have to make the power. Alright, now Mr. Hive Tyrant he knows Onslaught and Catalyst, both have already been cast, so if he's within range of the Cultist, he'll try and smite. He's out of range of a smite, so that's the end of Tyranid Psychic phase. These 30 Gaunts are going to spend 2 CP to do Scorch Bugs, meaning they extend the range by 6 inches and they also strength 6, and they're not now all going to be in range of the squad of cultists in the building to just try and evaporate them, eviscerate them, and obtain the... Right. Exactly. This is 30 shots, hitting on 3s. Rerolling 1s, thank God. Rerolling 1s. Good bad. That's the strength 6 now, so it's wounding on 2s. Okay, that was really good. So that many wounds. 6s, you're wiped out. The 10 Poxwalker cultists who are in the building are now evaporated. Alright, good job, Termagants. We wiped out the cultists, and now we'll move over to the Tyranids. The Tyranids will shoot everything into the Terminators. It's just the Rupture Cannon, the big scary cannon of doom, but it's only 3 shots, and he has no vehicles, but he has no buffs, but he might spend a CP to do some litany outfits. 3 Rupture Cannon shots, it's death or glory! Death or glory! Oh, yes! Death and glory! Why not? Down to 3 CP. Die, brother! Yeah! 6 was close. Fail it. Oh, he makes it. 1 takes 9 damage. All of this for a drop of blood. And he can just bring it back. It wasn't great, but it was something. Be afraid of the Tyranids. Shoot the Screamer Killer into these cultists just to make sure of killing them. So D6 shots. Screaming into the cultists. 2s and death.
Absolutely no saves.
2 guys get AP4 and you're not a Terminator. The Terminators have a 4-up in cover against AP4 seems a bit extreme.
So good.
Tyrant's going to fire his Baleful Cannon into the Terminators in the building. D3 plus 3 for 4. But he hits on 2s.
Yes,
3s. Oh no! Fail it in death. Bro! Yo! You, sir, failed badly. Warrior in the building has a Venom Cannon that he's going to fire into the Terminators. D3 shots, blast, min 3. There's 10. That was an illusion. Come on, hitting on 3s. Winning on 3, 4. Oh, no, that's a win. 3 up.
3 up.
This was the one you failed. Oh, what the hell, dude? Okay, so the warriors in the building failed to do any damage. And Gene is charging into the cultists. It's like a 4, man.
It's like a 4.
It's a 4. It's a 4. Obviously, I am behemoth, which means I can re-hero. Yeah. Do I want to marry her? No. The Gene is going into the cultists, and they need to kill them. So let's see if they do that. 3's to hit. 8 hit. Come on. Okay, that is exactly 8 wounds, which means I got it to the T. The GNC is only able to do it with the assistance of the Screamer Killer screaming his terrible voice into them, which wipes out the cultist. And the GNCers wipe out the cultist and manage to take out the Obsec over there while the Screamer Killer and the Broodlord are behind. And the Termagants wiped out the other sort of cultists, but I only killed 1 Terminator who will come back to life. So the Wordbearer is very much in the game in a very early turn. And in terms of secondaries, score Investigate Sight for 5 points. I score Battlefield Supremacy because I'm holding 4 objectives. And I also have killed 2 things that go on the down, so that if my opponent manages to kill 2 things, then he will deny that. Yep. So right now it's 10 points, and I get 2 points for the P2, so it's 12 points to 0 as we go into Wordbearers. Turn 1. So by the way, the Parasite flew over there for anyone who's wondering, so he is in that corner ready to attack anyone who pushes on this point. And in terms of cards for the Word Bearers, they weren't very good. Let's show them what we've had. Lovely, so they drew Overwhelming Firepower, Extend Battle Lines, and Bring It Down. They originally had Area Denial, but because my entire army was within range of the centre, they spent a CP to discarded it. And drew Extend Battle Lines. What's the gist? Yeah, command phase.
In my command phase, I'll give reroll hits to the Terminators.
Lovely, and kind of move up and try to shoot things.
Litanies as well. Shoot on Terminators.
Makes the Terminators now have a 4-up to hit, no rerolls, or trans-hitman. The Possessed get +1 to wound. So Chaos are trying to try and wipe out the Gene Stealers, try and kill the Carnifex, try and take the side of the board, try to score over 1 firepower, get some secondary points.
Maybe make a charge into these guys.
Potentially, but they do have the Catalinias. There is 30 of them. So we'll see what happens as we go into Word Bearers turn 1, boom phase, and we will now show you the Word Bearers pushing up as the Terminators come forwards, the Demon Prince come forwards, the Possessed come forwards, the Gene Stealers are surrounded, and they stare down against the Tyranids. As chaos ensues.
It is chaos. Bring back the 3rd Melter, which I took. He's going to hit the 4th Melter, which is going to land right there. It's going to give me a nice easy charge into this guy if I don't kill him in shooting. I've got a couple units here to deal with this guy. I'm going to try and kill him in shooting first. If I don't, then I'm just going to charge with everything here and kill them. Abaddon just come up here to give his rerolls to other stuff, and then possibly to shoot these guys if he needs to. Terminators might put their bolters here, just to try and spread out a little bit. I put my caster at the very back so that he's out of range, and I protect him with a squad of raptors.
Very nice. And we're going into the Psyche phase for the Word Bearers. Stabbing a raptor. Plus how much?
So give +2 to my cast.
+2. 2 mortals, but then his Word Bearers have a 5-up stone of paint to mortals. Just there to get stabbed, one of them's on a wound.
Yeah.
Okay, so pushing up into the Gene Stealers.
Ooh.
Back to Flesh Terminator.
Which I do with a
He's brought a Terminator back, which is pretty epic. So all of my work in the last phase was for nothing. The
Charge.
charges is way easier into the.
Yep. And I have one melter shot that's in melter range as well.
Okay, that's the end of the Psycho phase. The Psycho is attempting to cast a 5-up Feel No Pain, which he makes. And the Terminators now have a 5-up Feel No Pain, which is pretty spicy. +1 toughness on the Carnifex.
Oh, sorry. The Litany is actually on the Terminator, so +1 to wound in melee. Which also goes on.
That wasn't very good.
No.
Coherency. They fail on a 5, so they're going to try and CP reroll it.
I'm going to stab.
You get an 8, it's all good. Terminators now have 5 Feel No Pain, Trans Hitman.
They are -1 to wound in T5, and they have 5 Feel No Pain.
Oh my god. DM Prince successfully smites the Gene Sealers. I will try and deny. A 10 to deny. Nope. Two Gene Sealers destroyed. Now we go into the shooting phase, and how much damage can the Word Bearers cook up? And also the Word Bearers respawn a CP with some psychic shenanigans, and now we go into the shooting. I think the Terminators are going to light up their bolters into the Termagants, and they have melters, by the way, and their melters will be going into the Screamer killer. I'm going to transhuman the Carnifex for a CP. So
nice.
So melters. So 2 minutes. Abaddon says reroll. Ah, 1 minute. Transhuman the baby. Carnifex has now been transhumaned.
Oh, I should do one of them second.
So the one that is in melter range does wound. AP4 is a 5-up. Oh no. Roll a 1, sir. 5, which becomes 7 damage, which becomes 6 damage. Carnifex is on 3 wounds. Naked in 1. Yay! Nice, or a save. Nice. Spore Sif's saving his life, and he's on 3 wounds left as the melters rain in and did a lot of damage, and he'll probably die in melee, but we'll see. And then we have all of the Termagants being shot by the bolters. Not all of the bolters, just the ones that didn't fire with the melters, so 6. So 24 shots. A quick maths! This is exploding as well, that's quite spicy. With rerolls.
Rerolling.
That was bad.
That was fair.
Thank God for the reroll. That was such a good conversion. 2 misses. So 1 positive. As the bolters rain into the Gaunts who have the catalyst. Truce wound. Okay, that was okay. 6 of these Gaunts get covered from this hill, so 6 at a time, 4 up. Alright, so 4 ups. 5 Feel No Pains. 2 die. And then 4 ups. Then I got my 5 ups. Nope, 3 more die. 1 at a time, 4 up! Yes.
This is where the power
4 up! Yeah! 4 up power! 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 Oh! Wait, hang on a second. 5 up Feel No Pain power! No. I can't make it very good. They're all just 5 ups. Oh! Fist bombs. Lovely, and the Termagants lost 6 members to their squad. Raptor squad's doing 4 pistols and a grenade. Fire grenade.
T6.
It is exploding this time. Oh, no explosion! 5s. T4. 5 up! No, 1 Gene Sealer left, and it's quite big because if he kills the squad, then he gets 1 point towards his 3 for overwhelming firepower. Doing another grenade. Hitting on a 3. 3. 5 to wound. Does it.
As well.
Oh, he's Abaddon as well.
Sorry.
Wounding on 4s. Can the 1 Gene Sealer live? He needs 3 5s. Not even close. That's 1 point towards overwhelming firepower. Abaddon is firing into the Tyranids. 2s to hit. Everything hits. 4. 5s to wound. Bruh. Abaddon fails to wound the Tyranids. The Tyranids have got the Carnifex down to 3 wounds. They've wiped out the Gene Sealers. They're ready for the charge phase. We're moving into the charge phase. And I guess we're charging the Carnifex.
Swiftly.
Terminators, do they make it? They do. So these Terminators, 5 are fighting into the Carnifex, or 6 actually. 5. And he's probably going to die. We'll see if it happens. 4s. I mean, yeah.
There was no,
you did not need to do that.
Okay.
Okay, here's 1. 3s and 2s you get. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that was definitely not worth it.
So melter damage really took him down. He has 3 wounds going through AP4. This is just the start of a lot of monstering melee coming in. 6s! Oh, I made 1. 2 damage -1. He is not dead.
Yes.
He is dead. The Carnifex falls, but not before it attack. Behemoth stratagem, 2 CP for a monster to fight on death. Or any unit, really. And he's going to lash out into the Terminators and hopefully try and bring one down. Carnifex coming in and fighting on death before he goes out. Heading on, come on, 4s. Oh, so not great. 4s! Ha! 1! This is not worth it! No, it's not 2. AP3, what do you want about it? What do you want about it? 2s. Yeah! He's going to kill a guy. He's going to kill a... Oh my god, he did a damage. Alright, so the Carnifex... The mighty Carnifex with Synapse killed nothing and did 1 wound and then died. That was pretty OP, Terminators. Just illustrates the power of the Black Rune Damnation. End of Chaos turn 1, they deny me grind. So end of turn 1, they scored extended battle lines for 5. They killed a unit off the objective and took an objective they didn't previously kill, so they were on 8 points. Discarding, bring it down. Got 1 for overwhelming firepower, didn't get it, and choosing to discard it 2. So the score is 8 points. 8 points to the Word Bearers to 24 for the nib. Got a CP back, but spend it to get rid of something and replace it with Blood and Guts, which isn't great. Defend Stronghold's quite good, but I'll score at the end of my opponent's turn. And I also scored Battlefield Supremacy for the cards for the beginning of the Tyranids turn 2. I got 12 for primary, which is pretty good, so I think I can maybe get 10 points this turn, which will be alright. Yeah. Command phase abilities will begin now. Abaddon is now going to spawn in 10 gaunts. Alright, command phase stuff. We're going to give reroll 1 to hit from the Hive Tyrant onto the Termagants. We are going to give +1 to hit from the Termagant to the Termagants. We spawned in a squad of 10 gaunts here. So there's now a lot of gaunts, 34 in total. And that's the end of the command phase abilities. Broodlord's too far away to give his buff, and we've scored our secondaries, and we've got the invuns, and now we'll go into a movement phase, and we should try to do some damage and see what tricks we can pull. Broodlord is getting ready for an absolute madness and is going to either take on some raptors or some possessed as we come to the end of the Tyranid movement phase. We've moved up the Termagants, swarmed the middle. Hive Tyrant moved up a little bit with his boys. These two guys are pretty much stood where they are. Tyranids pushed in the building, the Brain Bugs pushed over here, Parasite again moved up that way, and Ripper Swarms came with the objective. Alright, so end of Tyranid movement phase. We have pushed up Gaunts hella. We pushed the Brain Bugs back because we got scared. These guys came back to get out of deny range. Broodlord's coming up for death and glory. And the Parasite pushed up over here, along with the Ripper Swarms, in order to just stop his Deep Striking Obliterators, who may or may not come in on the roll of a dice.
Oh, fuck, yeah, I forgot.
and we go into the Tyranid second phase. Tyranids is not going to cast Catalyst, and he gets +1 to this. Yes. And he's now going to give it to the big squad of 24 Gaunts. Hive Tyrant is now going to cast his powers. He knows Catalyst, which has been cast, and also Onslaught, which is advanced and charge.
I do have denies in range, yeah.
Yes, you do. And we're just going to try and throw our Smite. Let's go! Super Smite! No. Haven't denied us. Broodlord's just going to chuck a Smite out of those boys. Smiting Terminators! Oh, not super. 8 though, you need a 9 to deny. Oh my god! Powers for me. Okay, and that's the end of the Tyranid psychic phase. And now we go into the shooting phase, which hopefully will be very dramatic. First things first, Hive Tyrant is now going to light up the possessed. Alright, come on, big 6. Okay, so D3 plus 3 shots from the Hive Tyrant, so 5. 2s, come on. That's good. Such a good game. Strength 10, AP 3, damage 3, so this is 2s. Come on. 1-1. 3 possessed are in that building, so there's 4 wins went through, 3 at a time, that's 4 ups. So 2 are slain. So these 2 possessed in the building are slain by the Hive Tyrant with this Balethorn cannon, which is pretty spicy. I'll light up the Termagants, are going to do everything into the Terminators. Hitting on 4 is no rerolls because of your obtuse powers, and that wasn't very good. 5 to wound. I get 1. So they're not there for damage. Yeah, in old edition you'd fail that, but no. Tyran Effects is now going to light up the possessed. Rupture cannon, time to rupture the cannon. No, sir. Red 14 is 2s? I think it's 2s. So if 1 would die, but you're spending a CP to make that just be damage 0.
Yes.
Which you can only do an additional time per game, but the Tyran Effects, again, does nothing. Tyran Effects has some Stinger Salvos going into the Terminators within that building. On 4s, that was bad. 5 to wounds, that was still good. Tyran Effects kills something. 2 ups! No! This squad has a Venom Cannon that's shooting into the possessed, just in range, 36 inches. The Death Spears are out of range. D3 shots! For 2. Bastards 3, sorry, I keep... Yeah, never mind, hang on. They did advance. Strength 8. There's a wound. Take it on the guy in cover. You fail. This squad will do the same thing with their Venom Cannon firing into the possessed. Come on, this squad didn't... Yeah, and this is 3s to wounds. For a death. Yay! This squad managed to smoke another possessed. These 10 Termagants fired and did a damage to the Terminators, bringing one of them down to 1, which was more than the 24-man squad. As we finished the shooting phase, I only killed 3 possessed, which was pretty poor. And then we're going to charge the Broodlord into the possessed. Surprise the dice! Make it on a 9. He's AP 5 if you roll a 6 to wound, and he's just there to cause carnage into the Chaos lines. Here he goes. Death or glory. 2s. 6, so because of Behemoth it's strength 6. 3s. 6s are AP 5. Doesn't matter. Everything. I didn't even need to reroll. 5 wounds from the Broodlord onto the possessed.
5 ups.
Yeah. All 3 damage, good sir. Come on, Broodlord. Come on, Broodlord. Yes.
Nice. Okay.
Sorry, it was 6 wounds. It was 6 wounds. Yeah, because they're nothing in this. Yeah. So the Chaos fell 5, but they spent a CP for Hexagrammic Ward for the last time, meaning they only fell 4, so 4 die. Because it is 3 damage apiece for the relic. 3 possessed are left. Okay, in the charge phase, he's charging to the cultists. 6 attacks on claws, on 2s. Oh, strength 5 actually, sorry. 3s. Parasite Injector doesn't hit. And in the charge phase, he just consolidates in, and they fight back against the Broodlord. 3 possessed have like bajillion attacks, and they're coming back into the Broodlord. This is not fair. 3s! Rerolls. No explosions. That many wounds to T5, so we're winning on 4s. I'm gonna live. Yeah, still got 5. That's still a lot. Death glory. Glory! Come on, live. Come on.
You need to just not fail this one, right?
What did I make? Yes! He's on 1 wound! Very lucky. Yeah, the Broodlord is on 1 wound left. Wow. And
that was weird.
he 7 possessed will kill this turn. End the Tyranids turn 2. I score Battlefield Supremacy and Defend the Stronghold maybe, and I'm going to get rid of Blood and Guts. I spent 2 CP to auto pass their leadership, and that's the end of the phase. Tyranids got 5 more points, and we'll go into Word Bearers turn 2. The Bears score quite good secondaries, which was the opposite of last turn. They get to secure no man's land, so they have to take the middle objective or this one here. And then also they got behind enemy lines, which would be tough, but they got Obliterate to bring down. And I also have Defend Stronghold. Also got Defend Stronghold, which is pretty good. So some decent cards for the Word Bears as they go into turn 2. Terminator's got all the rerolls. Transhuman hit 4 up, no rerolls to hit, and also got the 4 rerolls themselves. +1 to wound on the Terminators in melee as well. Yep, they get it, so they got all their powers, and we go into the movement phase for the Word Bearers as they look to push up, fight back against Tyranid hordes, probably wipe out the Broodlord. They didn't get Assassinate, which is nice, but they still got decent secondaries. And yeah, probably try and pressure the Tyranids off this center objective. So we'll see what happens as we go into Word Bearers. Turn 2. The Terminators are advancing. Danger is coming. Bearers to swap behind enemy lines for raised banner. Movement phase pushing up a lot with Word Bearers. Terminators coming up in absolute madness. Raptors doing the banner over there. These guys pushing up in this flank. Lots going on. And we're bringing on the Obliterators.
I've moved the Terminators up here to kill the 10-man squad of Termagants and then charge these guys. I've moved to help with the charge.
Abaddon surf and judge.
I put 2 Obliterators in this building to pop shots at the Parasite because he's just really annoying.
So Obliterators came down. Oh no.
I've set up a smite to go into the Broodlord, and then if not, I have charges to do other stuff. These guys are doing raised banner action on this objective.
Okay.
And then that is the end of that.
Okay. Demon Prince smiting the Broodlord, -1 to cast. I can try and deny it. Deny. Live. No! Oh! And the Broodlord is smited. Psyche phase recap, they managed to heal possessed. So, a Chaos Space Marine died, but he was healed, he was possessed. And also gave the Terminators the 5 of Film Pain, as well as T5. And that's the end of the Psyche phase for Word Bearers in their second turn, and we move on to the shooting phase. And we're going to start with the Terminators, who are firing everything into the all their bolters into the 10-man squad of Gaunts, and then the Melters are going to be going into the Tyrant Guard. Starting with the Melters. Oh, leave me alone! Leave me alone! 3 to win, nothing. Stay away. Alright, 2 ring cover, so it's 2 5-ups on the Tyrant Guard as they maybe survive, maybe die. We'll see what the dice say.
Yeah, maybe.
No. Oh, yes! Saying glory. Oh. Stay back. Oh, you just smoked one. Tyrant Guard is destroyed. Those Melters have almost helped to kill a con effect and a Tyrant Guard. Melters and the Terminators are spicy. Scary times for the Tyranids. Can they firm this turn, which looks to be potentially brutal? And they managed to wipe out the Termagant squad as well in killing a Tyrant Guard.
Like Abaddon into us.
Abaddon's going to shoot into Parasite. One hits twice. Force wound, 1. Invuln. Make it, I told you. Raptors fired, didn't do anything, and now we're moving on to the Obliterators potentially in the building. One of the Obliterators is now turning and firing into the Parasite. Profile?
I think it's called Ruinous Salvo. The 9 plus D6.
Very nice.
So
12. He charges up his body and gets ready to release a hail of ammunition and try and kill the Synaptic Master. Nice one to hit, no rerolls.
Yeah, 4s and 4s.
Let's go! I'll take that. Oh my god. Force wound. 2. Invulns. Takes 2. And he's got 3 wounds left. Narrator is going to see if he can finish him. The same profile for the same amount of shots. Force to hit. That was better. Force to wound. Oh my god. And that's how you do Reaver!
Yes. Didn't make a single one.
And Parasite is extinguished.
These guys are in the building. They're behind the building. They're doing an action.
End of Word Bearer. Shooting phase, going to the charge phase. Going to the Termagants with the Terminators. Do they make it? They do. Killing the Parasite Morlix was quite big because now I can't stop him getting Defense Stronghold most likely next turn because the Parasite could have come up and just taken his objective by being Obstacle 5 while denying Obstacle with his Parasites. So these Obliterators did a very good job. Alright, Terminators made it in, Abaddon made it in, a lot of crumping going on, let's see what happens. It's a face-off. The AP2, AP3 damage, 1 attack, strength 5, which is nasty. Everything hits, everything just hits. 2s. Let's see a couple ones.
4 5 ones.
5 ones. It's 5 ups. I'll take it.
Pretty good.
5s! For the Catalyst, not great. Half is coming in, rerolling. 3 rolls, 1 miss. Made 4 Invuns. Catalyst and Invuln is really good. So you killed 16 Termagants, which means there are 8 remaining, which means I can pile in and take the objective back off you so you won't get secure no man's land. So end of turn 2 word bearers. Termagant's gonna fight back. It's pretty obsolete though. One of you eyes on a wound. You killed the Broodlord with smites. You wiped out the Parasite and Mortex, and you killed 16 Gaunts who can maybe be healed by the Big Mama. Termagants fought back with 6 of them, and they managed to do a wound. And he doesn't. Oh, he makes the villain. I could have killed the Terminators and Termagants. Word bearers ready to ban for another 5 points secondary for them, as well as killing the Termagants off the unit, the small squad, for 2 more points. And I also get 5 points as well for the Nids for defending Stronghold, and then I'm gonna get another 12 points for primary. Termagant's gonna heal 3d6 of the Termagants in the command phase. Triple sixes. Whoa! Oh, okay, it was a balance. 8 come back. It's 2d6, guys, not 3d6, so rolling again, thanks to a gracious opponent. 7.
This is exactly.
Command phase, I'm gonna give rerolls 1s from the Hive Tyrant to the Carnifex. I'm gonna give +1 to hit onto the Termagants. I've healed 7 of them came back, and I have a single CP. And we're gonna go into the movement phase, and my synaptic imperative for this turn is exploding 6s! As we try to fight back against the Chaos Menace. We're going, these are our cards for turn 3 Tyranids. They're not great, but we got some plans. So Big Mama spawned in Gaunts, and they spawned in on a mission, alright? And now I'm going to spend my CB to heal another D3 +3. So good, because I get Minfall.
Because otherwise if you deny my spells and then my Terminators died.
Yeah, it's true. Tough decision. So I spent my CP, so no more CP for Tyranids ever.
Yeah.
But now I just healed 11 Gaunts, which I've strung them out this way to storm a hostile objective. And they're going to fall back now. And command phase, I gave reroll 1 to the Carnifex, +1 to the Gaunts. And we're falling back out of combat, and we're going into exploding 6s. Beginning of the Tyranids turn, we're going to emphasize damage as we go into turn 3 for the Nids.
Yes.
And we'll see what happens at the end of the movement phase. So, end of Tyranids turn 3 movement phase. I pushed this Tervagon up here with the Tyrannifex to shoot down into this possessed, while pushing these Termagants onto that objective and on this one, so they're holding 2, securing an objective which is a storm hostile objective. I've got the warriors on this side and warriors on this side, one still in the building. Just to fortify and solidify. Yeah, just fortify this position around the Hive Tyrant. Got the Tyrant Guard, only 2 left, so I just want to keep kind of like a nice defensive kind of shape here, as the Terminators look hella scary. And these guys advance to get within range of a smite, and the 1 warrior's in the building. And yeah, that's pretty much, well, the Ripper's also pushed up a little bit, and the Parasite's dead, which is sad. And yeah, the Carnifex advanced. So hopefully he makes it the onslaught, otherwise that would be a bit sad.
Yeah.
And yeah, and then we're going to go into the Psychic phase for Tyranids. Turn 3. Yes, he makes it on a 6.
Very nice. I'm out of
So Hive Tyrant to the Catalyst, and then it's going to go off onto the Tervagon. And he's going to try and toss Onslaught. Charge on a 6. Makes it on an 11.
I'm gonna
4 up tonight. No! That's going to go into the Carnifex, so now you can advance and charge. Brain Bugs, who are going to chuck out a Smite into the Terminators. +3 to this. 4 is a 7.
Nice.
It's just D3 +3. Come on! For 6 mortals.
Very nice. Okay, so 1 die.
So 2 Terminators are picked up. And 1's down to 2 wounds, so not a bad smite from the Brain Bugs at the back. And she's going to try and cast a Paroxysm instead, actually.
You've already done her.
No, yeah, she's going to cast Paroxysm, which is her power, onto the Terminators. Paroxysm! Bow!
What does that mean?
I fail it. No! I have +1 to cast! Thank God. This means that these Terminators are now -1 to wound and melee, and they can't overwatch. End of Psychic phase, going into shooting phase, starting with Tyrannifex into the Possessed. Actually, he's going to fire his big gun into one of the Obliterators.
We can only kill 1 because it's single swords.
Into one of the Obliterators, and then the other shots are going into Possessed. Rupture Cannon into the Obliterator on 3s, everything. 2s. Yes, 3
Nice.
wounds. 3 4-ups or damnation. You beast! You just made all of it! That would have been D6 +4 damage! That was so big, he would have murdered him. Great saves there. Obliterators are freaking.
I kind of felt that one.
Stinger Salvos. 4s. You can't fail. Say, how have you done nothing? This is not good. We need to continue the theme of killing chaos, and this is not the way to go. Hive Tyrant has decisions to make. I'll start with something that I know. I'll do the Screamer Killer into these. Screamer Killer screaming into the cultists. D6 shots. Hitting on a 5. The Hive Tyrant. I just rolled a 1, 1, and 2.
Yeah,
that was terrible. Hive Tyrants. It's gonna get gassed. Fire into the Terminators.
Okay.
D3 +3 shots. For 5.
4s.
4 hits. 4s to wound. 4 wounds! 4 ups. Fails 1. We get him. He pops another Terminator. I've gone sort some Stinger Salvos into the Terminators. See if he does anything. 4s. 5s to wound. Oh, he rolls a 1. He doesn't make it. It does make it. It's done it twice now. The Warrior's gonna shoot their Death Spitters into the cultists, and then the Venom Cannon into those guys. Death Spitters. Strength 5, so 3s. Venom Cannon now into the Raptors. Give me 4s. These warriors are going to light up everything to the Terminators. And 4s.
You did advance those guys.
Yeah, I got 4s.
Nice.
4-ups. 2 more down. Fill up my opponents.
Oh.
No. Death Pit is firing. It's on 1 wound. 4s. 5s to wound. Oh. End of shooting phase. Not very eventful. Killed a Terminator. Couple Terminators actually, to be fair. That was in Psychic. And then, yeah, that was pretty much it. Not great. And now we're going to charge the Carnifex into the Raptors. It's 6, but it's over the... whatever that is. Sewage vent. So he's going to get 8
slips
charge.
and his foot goes through the grate.
We'll see if it's... I need an 8. It makes it on a 9. Alright, and then you mean the Obliterators live, which was really annoying. But let's see if they die. Ooh. Carnifex going in. He's got Toxin Sacks. He's got his Strength 8 as well. This should be dead. This is a Screamer Killer and behemoth. So it should be the end of the Raptors. So 3s, rerolling 1s. Okay, so 2 misses, but 2 6s because they explode, and 2 auto wounds. 2s to wound. Okay, so 3 1s. 8 5-ups, man. Let's do this. Ooh.
No.
I think he just about died.
Yeah.
Oh, perfectly to the man. Carnifex wipes out the Raptors. End of the turn, Carnifex wipes out those boys, and I pushed over here, didn't kill an Obliterator, killed a couple Terminators, and take this objective off my front. Took this objective off the Chaos, so we'll do some scoring. End of Tyranids turn 3, keeping Blood and Guts, but getting rid of Assassination, and I scored Storm Hostile objective while my enemy scored the Defend Stronghold, and we go into Wordbearers turn 3. Quick check on points as Wordbearers gets some primary. Full rerolls on the Terminators, and let's see if you get the litanies off. And these are the cards that the Wordbearers drew in their 3rd turn. Probably going to get 2 of these. Spend a CP to get rid of Hold the Line and replace it with Hold the Line. So let's go see what happens. So the Trans Hitman and also the +1 to wound both go off. As we go into Chaos, turn 3 movement phase, and we see what happens as they push back against the Tyranid Menace, who were kind of congregating on this side. End of Chaos, turn 3, a movement phase. Abaddon pushed over here with the Terminators, get ready to take on one of the big bugs. The Raptors and Possess ready to swipe out those Termagants, whilst the Demon Prince comes up and is ready to kill that Carnifex. And yeah, we're moving into the Psychic phase for turn 3 of the Wordbearers. -1 on Smite. End of Psychic phase, he failed the fight with Philippians, but brought Terminator back and also gave them +1 toughness.
Oh, I didn't actually cast it.
Going into shooting phase.
Okay.
Chaos.
These guys are shooting here.
Okay, we're going with them.
A grenade first.
Grenades. Grenade is min 6, because it's more than 11.
3s.
Oh my god.
Okay.
No explosions, but everything hit. 4s to wound. That was cocked. That's a good roll though. Oh my god, look at the 6s! 5-ups. Bam. 3. Alright, so Raptors fired in and killed enough Termagants to be able to shoot the Tervagon because there's no longer 15 protecting her. One of the Obliterators in the building is shooting everything into Mr. Carnifex. Kevin the Carnifex. 3 big shots, strength 9, AP 3, damage 4, 2 shots. 3s. Oh crap. 3s. Yes, 1 wound. Gonna save. Yes. Carnifex just shrugs it off like a beast. The other one's gonna do the same thing into the Carnifex. What happens when 2 tanks collide? 3 shots! Ooh. No. 3 wounds. Prescience, brother. Carnifex is untouched.
Damage.
Abaddon firing into this warrior squad. 5 hits, wounding on 4s. Only 4 up in cover. Makes it. Warriors are holding firm.
The front 3 into this guy.
Because the damage is different, yep.
Because damage is different.
Cool, so 3 melters into Mrs. Tervagon, and the other one's going to go in, but the damage is different because of her melter range. 3's rolling, 6's explode. That's... Miss it. Oh, transform. Yes! Thank you. Oh, there's 2. 6's! Doesn't make any saves, which is sad. 2d6 plus 2 damage.
Yep.
Okay, so that's 5, 9 damage. The other one shoots and hits.
4s.
2 hits. 2 wounds. Let's get a 6. 15 wounds into Mrs. Tervagon. She's gonna live, but how much will she live by? This is the question, this is the answer. Yeah. She takes 8 wounds and she's down to 9. So, Tervagon on 9 wounds, now firing the bolters into the brain bugs. Daka. Everything hits with the conversion. 5s to wounds.
Yeah, that was
In ones. Takes 1 day. That wasn't the greatest move, but anyway, we continue. Chaos are having a very strong turn though, nonetheless, and we'll see.
What game are you playing?
What? You hurt her.
I haven't done shit to her.
Yeah, to be fair, you're gonna do all the damage comes in melee or Wordbearers.
If I had shot the bolters here, I could have charged her, but I just brain go
Demon
broke.
Prince is looking at the Carnifex. To be fair, yeah, the Carnifex has tanked it as well a little bit too.
Yeah. If you
That's the end of the shooting phase of the Word Bearers as we go into the charge phase. Although the Termagants will die, them being a wall and protecting the Termagon one last time is epic. The Terminators make it into the Termagants, while the Possessed also jump into. Demon Prince makes it into the Carnifex. So Terminators wiped out these guys. Possessed piled up and tagged the Tyranids. Now the Demon Prince is going into the Carnifex. Hey! Twos. So 1. Rerolling. Hey, you missed once. He's not transhuman.
It's fine.
You get a 6. Everything goes through.
Everything plus 1 more.
Oh my god, no.
She's dead.
Lash out. No. And the Carnifex got absolutely smoked. Demon Prince just says, hey no. He kills the Carnifex.
Yeah, hold on.
4 attacks with Carnifex. 4 attacks. Everything hit. Strength 7! 3 wounds. AP 1, damage 2 into the Possessed.
Oh!
Kill
one and take over.
Kill 1 and take another. So, end of Word Bearers, turn 2. Turn 3. They get Stormhorse objective, they get Secure No Man's Land, and they get another 3 points of primary as they kill the Termagants in the center as we push on to Tyranids. Turn 4. Lovely Bats, kill 2 more things, no prisoners, get 30 wounds and bring it down. Kill Abaddon. That is the secondaries I've drawn in the beginning of Tyranid turn 4, and now I move on to my command phase. Reroll 1s are going to be going onto this squad of warriors. Tervagon can't buff anyone, and that's the end of the command phase for the Nids, and my Synaptic Imperative for this turn. Go into Fallback in Charge, which is being emitted from the Hive Turret. And this is before the movement phase. We've got our cards, we know what we need to do, and we'll see what happens in a very tense turn 4 that's pretty close on the scores, and we'll see what happens. Let's go! Tyranid, turn 4 movement phase. These warriors have advanced, not charging, just taking the obsec point, as they're just about on the objective. These warriors getting ready to push over here and just charge those guys and get another point for Blood and Gut. While the Hive Tyrant and the Hive Tyrant push back here and are just sitting tight on this objective, ready for the Demon Prince to make his move. Like so, and the warriors getting ready to charge. Ripper Swarm's denying his hold the line, sorry. And then the Tervagon and Tyrannifex fell back in charge because, ooh, yeah, he's within range of a Synapse model, which is fine. And then, yeah. We're all good. And then he's going to try and charge a Raptor to get him off the primary point over there. Meanwhile, not going to do too much damage to the Terminators. Could throw out Cheeky Smite from these guys over here. We're going into the Psychic phase for the Tyranids. Let's do this. We're going to charge out a Catalyst from the Hive Tyrant. He gets it. Doesn't deny the power, so that means Catalyst is cast. And it's going to be given to the Tervagon. Unstoppable Fury. Fails it. He's cast all his powers. Failed the last one, but he cast Catalyst. Then we're going to try and chuck out a Smite on the Tervagon. Start with a Smite with the Brain Bugs. Into your Terminators. Nice. Here we go. 5 plus 3 is an 8, so it's not. Abaddon's trying, 4 ups an eye. Can he stop? No, he can't. Again. D3 plus 3, come on. 5 mortals. Wasn't a Super Smite, but the Brain Bugs do 5 mortals. How many can get deflected because of Word Bearer? Bow. Ooh, takes 3 mortals, so 1 more dice. Tervagon's going to try and cast a Paroxysm. He gets on an 8, which becomes a 9 because it is possible to cast. The Resonance Bar. 9! No. He is now going to -1 to wound Abaddon in melee.
Okay.
And that's the end of...
I do have 4 rerolls though.
Do you have 4 rerolls? Yeah, I know. Well, if you put them on yourself, you can choose. That's the end of Psych phase for Tyranids, and we're now going to go to... Now into the shooting phase. Tervagon's going to light up these boys. Hitting on 3s. Wounding strength 5, wounding on 4s. That was pretty spicy. You take damage. The warriors are going to shoot these guys. Okay. Venom Cannon starting off, D3 shots. Just one on a 4. Hit with 8. Wound. AP3, 2 damage. Fail. So because I'm trying to weaken them enough so the Tyranids can just kill him, and the Tervagon charges into these guys, killing them enough so I take the primary of them. So I'm trying to get... There's a lot of points going on here if it goes right. So I'm trying to weaken them enough so he can just easily just kill him. But it's gonna go down so close. But I have a CP, so I have an idea. Oh yeah, I have a CP, so we're actually all good. So we'll do this. Hitting on 3s. 4s, sorry. I could have. 2 the guy. 4 ups. Yes. 1's left. Hive Tyrant is now gonna fire his big Balethorn cannon into the Terminators. Yep. Damage to you, brother. Let's go. 4s. Come on. 4s to wound. Bam. No! And the Hive Tyrant does nothing. Because these guys don't want to shoot... You know what? I'll fire 1 Venom Cannon into those guys. End of shooting phase. Because the warriors there can't fire. Well, they already fired. Venom Cannon didn't do anything. That's it. We're doing some charges. We're gonna go the Tyrannifex into him. We're gonna make.
Does he have the horn kind
to do? Yeah, he does. To do trampoline charge. He gets a 4. So he made a 5. He made 1 5, and he did 2 more to him. So he was in 1 wound. So because he's still alive, well, he should be still alive. But I don't know. You could roll a 1. You just could roll a 1.
I could just roll 1, but I could also roll 3.
Yeah, and I don't have enough attacks over there, so I'm gonna just have to charge Turbogon into him as well. So Tyrannifex and Turbogon charge into this one guy on a wound, so hopefully he will die. Warriors over here will also charge into those cultists. Cultists survive the warriors. They need to die for my points. They need to go. They need to go. They need to go.
That's sure you get real ones here.
Yeah, 100%. I'll wait to the warriors. 3s. Rerolling 1s. Okay. Is it win or 2s? Yeah, I mean you're dead. And the cultists are wiped out. Okay, I traded all my eggs in one basket. But here we go. So here we do it. Start with Turbogon. She needs to do this. Hang on 3s. 6s are auto wounds. Strength 5, so... Sorry, strength 14. So 2s. 2 wins. Snappy claws! You can't stand. It's absolutely ripped apart by the massive bugs. Let's go, blood and guts! Alright, so I get some points. I managed to score blood and guts, correct, and no prisoners. I've got 17 for, so I need another 13, so I'll keep it and bring it down. I'm going to discard. So these warriors taking objective means I deny 4th primary for you and get 2 more points for taking objective and cruising control. And you also... The word bearers failed to do hold the line as the Ripper Swarms have breached. Very good cards for the word bearers. Start their turn 4, investigate site, areas and arm behind enemy lines, all which are probably...
Terminator's up here to kill these guys off the objective and to retake the middle. I've moved Abaddon to charge the Psyker and then kill her and then consolidate into here and get me behind enemy lines.
Raptors holding the point. And yeah, Chaos looking super scary.
My obliterators have just moved up to start shooting at the warriors behind here. My Doom Prince is actually going to stay behind this building because it will...
Coward!
Hive Tyrant to move this way to try and shoot him. And if he does that, then he's leaving me the...
Going to word bearers turn 4. Psychic phase.
Pain, +1 toughness, and brought them all back. Abaddon does have his 3 rolls. I forgot to.
Yeah, he gave the rerolls to himself, and that's the end of Psychic phase turn. Is once again buffed up. There's now 8 of them again. Turn up to 19 for no prisoners. Yeah. So Blade Ray is in the building, shooting down into the warriors. ET plus 3 shots for 5 threes. Leave me alone. I think I can -1 damage right now. It'd be so clutch.
Yeah.
But I can't. Oh! 6s! Unless I live. Nope. The other guy gets 4 shots. 1. 6s. Warriors are wiped out. The -1 damage would have saved them, but they're gone. Alright, so these guys shooting their melters into the Tyrannifex. Melters and Tyrannifex, and then the bolters are going to be lighting up into the break bugs. 1 on 3 wounds. +1 hit for CP.
Oh,
doesn't matter. On 4s.
Yes, on 4s.
TA Broski. What? Nothing.
Nothing.
Yes. Tyrannifex holds for now. Terminators line up their bolters into the brain bugs. Here we go. So you hit -1, so hang on 3s, but +1 for CP. These guys fired in. How many wounds did you use? And then the second volley. That many hits. 5s to wound.
No. That was better.
That's 6. 6 4-up saves. Oh, you killed a guy. Brain bug does. Abaddon is shooting into the big lady. 5 hits. Just an explosion. Reroll the wound roll, so 2 hits so far. Rerolling.
3 is to go without the invite.
3-ups. Bam. Take 2 damage.
Yeah.
Philippines. She gonna live. She's good. 1 crack grenade.
Hits on a 3.
These guys firing in with a crack grenade into her. Hits with a crack grenade.
On a 5.
To wound. No.
Oh my god.
No. Old pistol takes another wound off, so she's down to 7. Abaddon makes a charge into the Turbogon. Terminator's charging in. They only rolled a double 1, but they'll still make it. Abaddon charges into the Turbogon. And is -1 to wound in melee, so let's see if he does anything.
6
Abaddon, no.
Oh yeah.
No, 2 1s. And then 1 again. Yes!
So
-1 to wound on that. Been peroxidized. 3s and 2s.
oh yeah.
I'll take 3s and 2s.
Oh.
Oh no.
So that's 3.
6s! Oh.
Take 1. So it's
Abaddon kills the Turbogon. Like a boss. And the warriors are also wiped out by the Terminators there. Pretty much just the Hive Tyrant left against the Hordes of Chaos. I have no more Synaptic... No, I do have Synaptic Directors. I have no more Turbogon though to spawn. Well, she wasn't spawning, but the Turbogon is gone, which is big. He's going to fight back, try and do something. 4 attacks. Strength is 7.
3.
Hey, roll 2 1s.
No, that's fine.
Fine. Abaddon just laughs it off. And
I have obviously
fine.
based you, so you can't move.
Yeah, okay, cool.
That's
the end of
cool.
Word Bearer turn 4. The Word Bearer scored all their secondaries and got 3 more points for their primaries, so it's getting tantalizingly close as we go into Tyranids turn 5. Come on, phase, reroll 1, so the Tyrant Guard and I get a CP back. And let's draw some cards for the Tyranids. Already got, which I need to get 11 more wounds for, and I'll get it. Deploy Tenable Homens is good, because I can do that with the Ripper Swarms. Extend Battle Lines is quite easy, because I'm doing that with the Tyrant Guard and with the Brain Bugs over here. End of Moon Phase, these guys pushed up to get away from Abaddon's 4 up to 9. Then I can just fight some Terminators, get the Hive Tyrant up to just come in and charge at the end, or an absolute gasness. And then I got the Tyrant Guard over there just pushing up ready as well. Brain Bugs are smiting into the Terminators. Gets on a... No! Yes, you do get it.
Yes.
I'm super smart with the Hive Tyrant. Oh! G3 Mortals with the Hive Tyrant for 3 Mortals, bro.
No.
Let's get a Terminator.
Sorry, I'm gonna 4 up. That just makes more sense.
No. And 5 ups. Die. Oh, Hive Tyrant needs to fire everything into the Terminators.
Nice.
He's going to shoot into the Obliterators, one of the Obliterators, try and kill one of the Obliterators. Come on, Hive Tyrant, we can do this. D3 plus 3 shots. D3 plus 3 shots. Oh, 2s though. Yeah. Let's go. See if Maz. Okay, doesn't even matter, roll just 3 wounds.
Doesn't matter.
AP3 damage, fail 2. Come on, just fail 2.
Oh, just fail 2.
Fail 2.
I'm gonna reroll 1 if I fail.
Ah, yes!
Have
Have you not spent a CP already?
Nope.
So we're gonna fail it. Yes! I kill an Obliterator! That's so big. Oh my god, that was super clutch. So now I'm on 24 points for no prisoners. I need to get 6 more. I need to kill 2 Terminators to get it. It all comes down to this. Ah! Charging the Hive Tyrant into Terminators.
Yes.
Come on, Hive Tyrant. Hive Tyrant's going in. He needs to kill 2 Terminators. Come on, I believe in him. Come on, Hive Tyrant, please, 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 please.
1 auto.
Yeah, 1 auto wound.
And 3s.
And then it's a strength 12. Yes!
Nice.
Come on, fellow. Yes! Oh my god. Guy 2 wound dies. Oh my god. And there's 2 more go through and you have 5 ups. 5s. Yes! Yes! And 5s. Find me back over here with that. Can you kill the Hive Tyrant? Chaos firing back into the Hive Tyrant. That was a very good roll.
But it's just the same because the 2 6s.
Explosions. Wounding on 3, say though.
No.
That's okay. If you roll 4s, give me 4s. We make 2. I'll take it. 2d3 damage.
Oh.
I say adaptive biology to that, sir.
Yeah.
Takes 4 damage. Power Fist.
6. No.
Just 3 hits on her.
And then 3s.
And then 4s.
Nice. 2.
And then I have Feel No Pain for the 2 damage. Takes another damage. The cursed weapons, guys, attacking now. 3s!
Rerolling.
1 miss, but you got 4 6s, so 3 positive. That's amazing. 4s to wound. I think I know why to take it. How many wounds into my dude? My Hive Tyrant. Cards have been drawn for the Word Bearer. Demon Prince is moving up here. End of Chaos turn 5. They just get ready to kill the Hive Tyrant and maybe the Tyranids with Abaddon, as it's pretty much the end game now. The game comes down to this charge. Oh my god.
I need a 6.
Ooh.
I'm not gonna get it. Oh my god.
Oh my god, Job. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god, he fails it and he can't re-roll it. Oh my god. So that means the end of the game, I'm the defender. I actually get to fight first here. You charge in here.
No, I fight first.
You fight first with Abaddon.
No, I fight first here as well.
Because you fight first.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I start there, obviously, and that's...
The Abaddon kills the Tyrant effects at the end game. Everything hits. And re-rolling is so dead. This is all invuns. Invuns. Effect lashes out. And Abaddon single-handedly just murks the Tyrant effects. Carnage, and then Hive Tyrant, does he die? Chaos Terminators at the end managed to wipe out the Hive Tyrant.
Oh, hold on, am I an
But
idiot?
it's not enough. Chaos Terminators killed the Hive Tyrant. Abaddon killed them, but the Demon Prince failed the charge. That's the end of the game, my friend. Well played. And we come down to the scoring. So because at the end of your turn you match secondary. Word Bearers max their secondaries and then get 12 for primary. They're on 31, which means they get 43 for primary and 45 for secondary. Word Bearers got 88 and the Tyranids got 90! So that's the Tyranids dub on Tempest. It was 2 points. It came down to the charge roll at the end. It was truly epic. The Tyranids had a strong start, and although they fell away a little bit from the chaos at the end, they managed to hold on and get the dub. Literally by 2 points, which came down to a 7-inch charge. Not rerollable. But that's post-game thoughts, MVP for you?
The Terminators.
Yeah. Yeah, really good.
They're just so good.
And then MVP for the Nids, I would probably say, the Tyrant Guard. When he held it down at the end, the Hive Tyrant was pretty nasty with his gun.
No, Terminators. It's always Terminators.
The Termagants, yeah, the Termagants in the beginning.
And mine is always
they got me so
Terminators.
many points.
They just get so many points.
And then, who else? Then you got the Brain Bugs as well. They were pretty good. And yeah, what went well for me, I think I just got good ball control in the early games and managed to score well in my secondaries. And then, I think splitting my army up was quite good because your Terminators couldn't go in both places.
Yes.
It means they couldn't go after this side, which was good. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Like, comment, share, subscribe. This has been Shake Gaming, and we'll see you in the next one.